Good morning. Welcome to another Trip Scott webcast. I'm Med Poswoli. I'm here today with former State Representative Adam Hasner. And Adam is running for Congressional Seat 22 right in East Fort Lauderdale, runs all the way up the coast to Palm Beach County. Adam, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about the campaign. Adam, what are the issues that the district faces?
Well, I think first and foremost right now, we realize that everything that Washington does needs to be viewed through the lens of what's going to get our fiscal house back in order and what's going to get our economy moving again. And I think everyone would agree, whether you're a Republican or Democrat or independent, that Washington's broken. And both parties, quite frankly, are responsible for what's the fiscal mess that we're in. And so I think what people are looking for are candidates who are not going to be pointing fingers and placing blame, but candidates who are going to talk about solutions, talk about what it's going to take to create jobs, what it's going to take to get our economy back on the right track.
So what do you think it's going to take? How do we get jobs and the economy going again?
Well, I think first and foremost, we have to have the types of reforms that are necessary to create certainty in the small business community. I think we have to have tax reform that's going to lower rates, eliminate loopholes, make the tax code flatter and simpler. We have to have regulatory reform. Regulations are killing business owners right now and adding so many costs and overburdening them. So you have to have common sense reform, right-sizing regulations. Another big area, something that I'm supportive of, is more domestic energy exploration, on and offshore oil and natural gas exploration, but doing it in a way that's not only effective and efficient, but that's also environmentally responsible. And so those are just a part of the solutions that will help instill confidence, really, back in the business community, get investors to be able to put money back in to the economy. And I think one thing right now, the uncertainty that exists, not knowing what the tax code and the regulatory code in the future is going to look like, is really keeping too many on the sideline. So by being able to lay out a vision and talk about what we're going to be able to do in the future, I think more people can get what's necessary to hire and invest and get the economy moving again.
Now, the district that you're in has a large number of independent or unaffiliated voters. How do you, as one potential congressman, reach across the aisle and get Democrats to embrace, to come to some sort of compromise and accomplish some of the things that you talked about?
Well, I think first, look at my record. I'm somebody who has won elections in a very similar district, the coastal communities of Southern Palm Beach and Broward, when I served in the State House for 8 years.
Did pretty well with that.
Did very well. Matter of fact, in 2008, got 60% of the vote in the same district that Barack Obama received 52% of the vote. So I have a strong record of being able to attract those who are on Democrats as well as independents. But I think the key is that this election has a lot less to do about political party and more to do about math. And the fact of the matter is we have $1 trillion annual deficits, a $15+ trillion national debt that's stifling economic growth and jeopardizing our national security. We have spending in entitlements that are unsustainable, with 10,000 people retiring every day and 8% healthcare inflation. We can't stay on the same track. We have to make reforms to Medicare and Social Security if we want to save them for today's seniors, and more importantly, make sure and protect that they're there for tomorrow's generations. And then finally, with just simply 1.5% economic growth and 8+% unemployment, we have to have the right policies to get our economy back on the right track. And so that's really a message that I think is going to go across party lines and is going to attract those independent voters and others from the Democrat side to a candidate like myself, who's proven that I can work across the aisle and get things done, like I did in the legislature on cancer research, on stopping ocean outfall to protect our coastal waters and reefs, as well as helping to lead the effort on Florida's first in the nation Iran divestment legislation. So I think it's really about running not on a personal agenda, but running on an agenda to accomplish the things that are necessary to put our country back on the right track.
So let's talk a little bit about Medicare. There's controversy in a sense that existing seniors are concerned about their existing Medicare. How do you address their concerns?
Well, first and foremost, I want everybody to know that my mom's on Medicare. And I'm not going to do anything, and no plan out there would do anything to my mom or to any senior who's currently on Medicare, or for that matter, anyone who's nearing eligibility, 55 and over. And I think what people need to realize is that doing nothing is the quickest way to end Medicare as we know it. We understand that in the next 12 years, Medicare Trust Fund Part A is going to be insolvent. That's not me saying it. That's the Medicare trustees recognizing that it's going to go bankrupt. And so what we need to do is save and strengthen Medicare for current seniors. And more importantly, we need to transform the program from a defined benefit plan, which it is today, to a defined contribution plan in the future. Very similarly, I think people understand that with pension plans for employees, we've made that transition over the past several years. And I think this is something very similar. But the fact of the matter is, if we do nothing, Medicare as we know it will end on its own. And I think that would be irresponsible.
The clear message to senior citizens out there is, if you're on Medicare, not looking to change it.
We're not looking to change it for people who are on it, and these are people who are 55 and over. But I think what's most important is these scare tactics are just falling flat, and all of these different types of campaign tactics to divide and conquer and pit one group against another. I don't think that's what people are looking for. I think people are looking for a positive vision about what you believe in, what are the real issues in this campaign, and what are the real differences between myself and my opponent. And I hope that over the course of the next few months, we're able to lay out that vision and have that comparison and contrasting between what I believe and what my opponent believes.
Let me end by asking, how is the campaign going? And if someone wanted to get involved, how do they do that?
Well, we have a great website, adamhasner.com. Sign up to volunteer, sign up to be a part of our team. If you live in the district, there's actually an application where you can type in your address to see if you live in the district. Check out some of my views on the issues, and get in touch with me personally. Email me, call me. This is something that I've proven during my prior campaigns is that I'm accessible, and this is a district that runs from West Palm Beach all the way down the coast to Fort Lauderdale and out to Plantation, so a lot of territory to cover, but we're on the move every day, out there meeting with people, having the opportunity to get our message out, and we're looking forward to November.
Well, based upon history, we know you're the hardest working candidate around, so we appreciate the time, Adam, and good luck in your race, and that wraps it up today. Thank you.
Thank you.